whenever 2-minute delay goes up. But should be back. Changing my title real quick. Actually, it has already changed. But we got a sleeper heater here. I'm not going to lie to you. We got Horizon versus Fallen Angels. I'm joining this one live. Other game finished 3-0 Sienna. For those of you watching VOD only. So we're gonna be able to get into this one, and this may be a little bit of a sleeper banger here. And I've wanted to stream a little bit of Horizon because I haven't gotten to them yet. I didn't even have them loaded into my OBS software yet. So I'm taking this opportunity because I don't know. I was talking to Seda. Those of you probably know Seda. He said, watch out for Horizon. I've been on Horizon radar. It just hasn't worked out to get them on stream yet. But if they're taking a map against Fallen Angels, I'll put them on stream any day. So we're going into this one. And I mean, this is a sleeper banger right now. Horizon, I managed to take map 2, and I think Fallen Angels did get the first map pick. So it looks like each team's kind of winning their map picks and bans right now. And I'm going to try and get this all updated really quickly. I got to make sure. Well, one thing's for certain. We actually got the teams RNG'd onto the right side for once, which is always awesome. On Doomfist. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, we're going to map 4 right now, as the score says. We've played through 3 maps. Fallen Angels, they are on match point. But for map 4, Horizon did decide to go to Blizzard World. They banned Doomfist, and Fallen Angels banned Ana in turn. So that is your update. If you want to see the rest of it, go ahead and go to the match room. I will link it in the chat if you want to see like the rest of the context of what's happened. But I'm going to go ahead and transition into the game and start casting it up, and hopefully we get a little map 5 banger here. Maybe a series that no one kind of expected to be good. But yeah, let's wait and see what happens here. I'm excited. I want to see what goes on. I'm ready to watch some Overwatch action. Make sure OBS is good. Make sure everything looks good. Stream should go live in about a minute or two. And yeah, here we go. Horizon, we'll see if they got a little upset in the tank on them here. I'm not going to lie to you. It would be interesting to see if they do. Looks like they're going to be playing Cat Bastion Ball. Let me tell you about things I don't enjoy very much. This might be top of the list. And we saw last series that we just watched, Pot Agree, they struggled on the Cat Bastion this map. And we'll see if Horizon are able to make it work here. And Grim Reaper roll around the ball, forcing out tons of cooldowns early. Boot Chop just kind of walking up main. We're seeing this Bastion now, but it's going to be the turn now with the Bastion turret and the jetpack cabin. Not going to be able to find anything. Really, really nice job by Fallen Angels just kind of mitigate that, but Nyanza going to fall to fire. So a +1 scenario here, and Swing Wide should have another Bastion turret soon. He had 3 seconds to it. About to have the form, and it's going to come out here. Looking for Martian as Benji falls, and Horizon, they might have cracked open this first point immediately here on the Cat Bastion. Doing what Pot of Greed couldn't. This point hasn't been started to get capped yet, though, but Boochomp gonna have to be forced to use the E here, and this Malgo falls super, super low. Horizon, they're looking for the follow-up here. Grim Reaper boops the Malgo off the map, finds the kill. Swing Wide, just kind of patrolling around the point, holding this, making sure no one can really touch. It's gonna be the Tracer touch for a second with Catch here to support, but this thing's gonna get walked in by Horizon. They look unstoppable in the Bastion right now. They're gonna get on to second point with 5 minutes in the bank. Lots of time to work with. Grim Reaper looking for this kill onto Nyanza, who does go down. Benji kind of forced out by Swing Wide as well. And Boochop uses the E, mitigate some of the Bastion damage, but now doesn't have it available. Needs to be careful here. Swing Wide has the Bastion ult available, but probably wants to hold on to it for as long as possible. Gonna get off the jetpack cat, and the cart has stopped moving. We're gonna continue moving here. It's Fire and Justin continue pushing it. Martian does find the ball, but the cart still has a lot of room to capitalize on, but Bootchop moving over to stop it. Nyanza onto the Soldier as well. I've heard it's kind of becoming like a popular like anti-Cat Bastion like gimmick tool, so we'll see how that kind of works out here. But Horizon, they probably had as good of a start as they probably wanted on this map. They have lots of ults in the bank, missing everything but Pulse Bomb, but lots of ults available for Fallen Angels as well. We'll just have to see how this kind of gets played. Bootchop just kind of holding up the card here. Forcing everyone back and Swing Wide in the Bastion turret. Looking for value. Not going to be able to find anything. Probably going to have to wait for another turret turn form here. But Justin going to find the early kill. This Tracer player's been a little sneaky hot to start us off here. As Nyanza does fall. In a man advantage. As Grim Reaper uses the mines and Justin does get traded. But everyone on Fallen Angels is forced inside of the room right now. Grim Reaper just going to run through it. Pulse Bomb out from Martian. Not going to do that much damage. Just kind of eliminate the shields from Grim Reaper. And Horizon They still haven't managed to make this Malga core budge. Benji trying to stay alive here through the Bastion ult, now using the Illari ult. But needs to be careful and swing wide, looking for the kills here, but Benji gonna be able to survive. I think might have had a little shit aim off here. The Bastion does inevitably find the Kiriko as well. Lots of trades, both tanks go down. 4v3 in favor of Horizon, becomes a 3v3. Is Justin trying to stay alive and live. Benji gonna get hit by the Bastion nade, but Nyanza doing tons of damage on the soldier. Swing wide, barely gonna be able to survive here, and the cart continues to move for Horizon. 3 minutes remaining. Nearly half the bank has kind of been wasted here by Fallen Angels. There's still lots of work left to do. Catch does have this Curie Rush. The Grim Reaper starting to cook a little bit in the back line. Swing wide, once again gonna find another opener. Benji is once again kind of gone here for Fallen Angels. Bootchop forced to use the Malga cage here really, really low as Nyanza gonna throw the visor into it as well, looking for any value, but like honestly the kite from Horizon is really, really good here. Nyanza not gonna find anything with the visor. Swing goes onto the point, and Bootchop needs to be careful here. This Bastion's in turret form. Bootchop has the E, just needs to stay alive here. So Horizon trying to find some way to kind of follow up on this, but Swing Wide is taking so much damage inside towards Omega here. This Bastion needs to be careful not to go down. Dodges the pulse bomb, but catches here, trying to follow up. This fight quickly coming really, really scrappy, I'm not gonna lie. Swing Wide does have the Bastion Major available as Martian goes down. Grim Reaper finds 2. 5v3 now, and the Kirish is out for Fallen Angels. Horizon need to be careful not to trade. They can finish off the rest of the team after the rush is over. Catch and Nyanza gonna bunker towards under as well, but Bootchop gonna get pinged out here, and Grim Reaper once again going to find the kill. Nyanza, the last one alive here, gonna go down, and Horizon, they're gonna keep this cart moving here. Martian gonna stall the point for a little bit, but probably not gonna have another touch here. So Horizon, they're looking to kind of push this cart in right now. Looks like they're gonna be able to. 3 minutes to work with on third point. And lots of hope left in this map. Fire has the Curie Rush. Catch had to use his last fight. And there's nothing available for Fallen Angels. This Bootchop's going to go really, really low. This Cat Bastion is hunting with the Wrecking Ball. It's lethal combo. Doing lots of work. Also, hi Bungachunko. Really nice 3-0. I saw that as I was preparing. Very, very nice job. As I'm a Mouse 5 fan. Not going to lie to you. But, Cat Bastion. Starting to come online here. Bootchop goes in a little bit early as Nyanza asked him, you're the Cat Bastion now. Didn't like the soldier matchup, but going super, super low here and falls. Lots of kills coming in for Horizon. They find 3. It's just Catch and Martian left. And Overpleb gonna find the follow-up here. Shit aim off W shout. Look, Kairos. You know, you and I both know what that was, bro. We all know what it was. This Bastion, man, he's lurking above. I wonder if this has been scouted or not. Silverpleb just kind of lurking up here. Nyanza using the form, but taking so much damage and swing. He's going to target the cat, not even the Bastion here, but Martian's going to find 3 here. This Tracer's activated, has the pulse bomb. If he wants to go for the clip. But it's just going to be the Cat Bastion getting out here. Swing did use the Bastion ult there. Fallen Angels, they're coming up on a pretty nice ult bank. They have the Curie Rush, and they have the Pulse Bomb and the Bastion ult as well. So, should be good for another team fight here, as basically nothing is available for Horizon. Nyanza going early in the turret form. Not really going to be able to find anything, so maybe an opening where Swing might to get something done here on the Bastion himself, but he's looking for Benji in the sky. Just going to settle for Nyanza instead, but going to get dropped onto the Mega, maybe right when he could have gotten the kill. Probably not super happy about that one, and Grim Reaper gonna get DMAC'd here. Honestly, I kind of like the ball look a lot. I know they got stopped for a second, but I think it still was kind of pretty playable, I'm not gonna lie. But I am not the ball expert here, so I cannot speak on it super, super accurately. That is the Horizon specialty. But now this clock, I mean, it was at 3 minutes, now it's down to 40 seconds. Catch still has the Curie Rush available. Nyanza, Bastion ult, and Benji worked up to a Cat ult as well. Overpleb will have the Cat ult himself. And it's probably going to need to be fat here if Horizon want to find a fight win. They can balance the touches for a little bit as well. Try and build up to some of their other ults. Maybe bait this Curie Rush out from Catch early as well, so they can find a retest when it's not up, and that might be what they're able to do here. Swing finds the early kill and has to use the Bastion ult to stay alive here. Looking for Catch with it, and the Curie's going to fall. And Horizon may have no business winning this team fight, but it looks like they might be able to, as Bootchop Gonna have to use the E on the card here. It's all gonna get eaten by the D.Va, and this Cattle, it's gonna pull the Mauga out of cover as Grim Reaper finds the kill, and Horizon, signs of life here. Nyanza going to fall. Swing Wide doing too much on the Bastion right now. And we're at last fight. Nyanza has the Bastion, Benji the Cattle, and Martian working up to a pulse bomb. Booch off the cage as well, but lots of bolts coming up for Horizon. Fire getting close to this Curie Rush. Needs to build it quickly here, but Benji gonna use the Cattle. Doesn't really find anything with it though, and now in the form swing, looking for the value here, but the pulse bomb's good onto Grim Reaper, forces the D.Va out of mech, and going to go down, but Catch is dead. 4v3 in Horizon's favor. Benji 1 HP in the sky, falls, and they might have done it here. Boot chop down, and we're gonna get the 3rd point cap here for Horizon. Swing Wide finds 3 in the end, and this series is not over. Horizon, they won a map 5, and they're gonna full cap.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
I mean, gee, we might have a series on our hands here. I didn't really have this one written off. I didn't have this one written down. I didn't really know what to expect from it, to be honest. You know, new meta and stuff. I didn't really know what we were going to see. Horizon, they got a big win to even clinch this playoff spot. Like, in all honesty, like, I don't want to, this isn't in, like, a rude way, but they should not be here. Like, the game that they won to get here, I don't know if they had any business winning. I'm not going to lie. Not that, not any business, I guess that is actually bad wording, but, you know, they weren't favored to win. So they pull off a miraculous upset to make playoffs, so now they're looking to knock off the #2 overall seed here. Still down a map, though. Lots of work left to do in the series, and it's going to have to start with a really, really good defense here on Blizzard World. Horizon going back over to the Ball Tracer here. I really like the Ball Tracer. I'm not gonna lie. Call me crazy. I know he swapped to the D.Va on 3rd, but I thought the Ball Tracer was moving like Vaughn, bro. Boochomp is gonna be on the Malga here. Nyanza gonna go ahead and match this Cat Bastion as well. So a little bit of a different look than we saw at the start of the last round, where Fallen Angels had not yet decided to mirror the Cat Bastion yet. So we'll have to see who gets the better of this. I mean, Horizon, they look good on it, I'm not going to lie to you, but Swing Wide also got to his major perk way faster because he was just playing Bastion the whole map. So we'll have to see if that has an impact over this or not. Grim Reaper going to go in with a little bit of an early hit here. Needs to be careful, though. Pinging out this Kiriko. Gonna force the TP here. Gonna maybe open the door for Swing Wide to look for value, but Yunza's Terraform's in the sky, and the Bastion's going to fall. Early kill for Horizon here. Be super impactful to start this off. Bootchop though is doing a nice job forcing the point, but this Malga is just taking so much damage. The ball though falling very low as well. It does get traded here, so Horizon are not out of the woods yet, even though they did find the first kill. Nyanza should be a pretty quick respawn here as Justin on the point has the recall forced. Swing Wide back in the form here, just gonna throw it all into Bootchop. He's gonna get Suzu and able to stay alive, and they gotta pull Swing Wide back over here, but they may have stalled in time for Grim Reaper to get back here to recontest. Justin though is going to fall late. Pretty damning kill for Horizon. May screw up this entire recontest opportunity they may have had, but Swing Wide gonna hop back in the form here, trying to apply a little bit of pressure, but now someone has to touch the point, and no one's going to be able to. Fallen Angels, they're gonna get just as good of a start as Horizon did on the last point. Fire going to die late. Swing Wide going to go down as well to Nyanza. Fallen Angels, they don't want this to go to 5. They want to end this one here. 5 minutes to work with on point 2. They're going to find a very early first point cap. Both Bastions in the air. Now finding a lot of damage on the Swing Wide early. And I'm like, what are we watching, fellas? What are we looking at? Swing Wide going to go down and goes down to Boot Chop this Malga. The anti-Bastion turret that he is going to find the early kill. And Grim Reaper going to have his hit stalled as well, and this ball needs to be careful. They're going to get pulsed by Martian and going to fall. Big pulse bomb from the Tracer player. Fallen Angels are looking primed to just kind of take this the second point here. Lots of ults available for both teams here. This next fight could get messy fast, but Cat should be able to start us off with the Curie Rush here, especially with the advantage positioning on the cart that Fallen Angels have. Mitchie going to fall very low. Justin is going to touch, but going to fall to Boot Chop. Pulse Bomb stuck, but Grim Reaper going to fall as well. Benji does go down, but Fallen Angels, they're going to get this one through here, and they have a lot of time bank to work with. These kills are all found here. 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the bank, and it's going to need to take a miracle from Horizon if they're going to want to pull this one off here, especially getting the timer down to 0 time. you give an opportunity for Angels to attack in overtime, this could get very, very messy, very, very fast. They need to get this time bank down to at least like 2 minutes, right? I don't know if it's doable if there's more than 2 minutes left. I'm not gonna lie. So, we'll just see what Horizon are able to do here. Don't tell me it's a fake upset. It wouldn't be very fun. Lots of ults still available here. This hit from Grim Reaper could be very fatal. Catch trying to survive, and Swing Wide gonna hit him with the drive-by turret for him. Gonna have the Bastion ult forced as well here. Looking for it maybe onto the Kiriko, who gets forced into the room. It is going to fall to the Bastion ult. It's going to give Horizon the lifeline they need here to potentially get back into this map, but Fallen Angels, they're not just going to give this fight up so easily. Nyanza is going to fall. Boochop looking for trades, but going to fall as well to the Bastion. Horizon, signs of life here. They're able to find a fight win, but no ults used for Fallen Angels. And it took the Bastion ult from Swing Wide to win that one, so Horizon still going to need to find ways to win more fights here. They have an okay ult bank, but Fallen Angels is just so much better here, especially with the Kirish available for the Malga to work with. Jan's in the air though. He's taking a lot of damage. He gets spooked. No, Grim Reaper, he wants this kill. Not Grim Reaper, I mean Swing Wide, he wants the kill, and Nyanza's going to fall pretty early here. Kirish out from catch as well. This is the big fight win that Horizon need, but Benji's going to find the trade onto Fire. This cat player is really low, but is able to get carried here, and the Bastion's going to fall as well to Bootchop. So now 4v3 in Fallen Angels' favor. Is Overflip trying to pull the Malga off the map. And it looks like he's going to be able to here. Goodbye, Bootchop. And now maybe this is what Horizon actually need. With to Thanos Project Nomad Map 5. On everyone's soul, I wrote that game down in the Discord. I said it was one of the 4 games to watch. I swear to God, on everyone's soul, I had it written down. Just throwing it out there. But anyways, back to the game. We got a heater on our hands. Swing Wide goes really low early here, but able to stay alive. As Catch going to fall. Grim Reaper also finds Benji. You really don't want to use this Bastion ult if you don't have to, but sneakily Fallen Angels, they've gotten the cart into 1-fight territory. I think at this first corner that it was at, it was basically 2-fight territory, but now it's going to take 1 team fight from Fallen Angels to break this one through. And they're starting to stack ultimates. They have the Cage, they have the Bastion ult, they have the Cat ult as well. For the side of Horizon, they're going to have a nice ult bank working for themselves as well. Fire going up on the Kiri Rush, Grim Reaper the Mines, Swing Wide, the Bastion ult. So once again, going to be kind of a messy fight here. And a very important fight at that, is Bootchop going to use the Cage early here. Kirish out from Fire, trying to keep the ball alive, and Grim Reaper going to go so low, but Bootchop going to lose the war of attrition here, goes down early. And Grim Reaper doing everything they can to stay alive here. As Swing Wide finds the trade, Nyanza's gone, and Martian able to trade the Bastion, but still lots of work to be done here for not for Sienna, wow. 4 Fallen Angels, and Horizon, they're once again going to win another team fight. We said this time bank, it needs to be 2 minutes or lower for them to have a chance of sending this to another map. It has to be, and it looks like they're going to get it here. The respawns are going to be late. It's going to take more than 10 seconds for Fallen Angels to win a team fight here. But their ult bank has kind of been exhausted. Catch is at another Kiri Rush here, which is obviously a very good ult, but lots were used in the last fight. And definitely opportunity for Horizon to find their way back into this one here, especially with the Cat ult available. Grim Reaper going to fall very low, very early here. Bootchop just forcing the cart with the Kiri Rush here, and Grim Reaper will fall. Pulse Pump from Justin is going to go wide, and Bootchop looking in the backline, but Nyanza falls. Self-killed. Swing Wide, though, is traded. Justin goes down, and Overflip using the Cat ult, trying to drag the Malga to the pit, and he's going to get it. But someone has to touch here. Grim Reaper's back, or the respawn's going to be back in time before Grim Reaper inevitably goes down. Already had to use the shields, and he's going to fall, and no one's going to be able to touch Fallen Angels. They're barely able to get this one over the line with more than a minute to go. Not going to give Horizon an opportunity in overtime. And they're going to position themselves for a tire worst-case scenario. And Horizon, they're going to have to find some way to hold this one, especially with the Malga going to be activated in the next round. Going to have all the perks available. Nyanza will have all the perks as well. It's going to need to be a minute 24 first point hold. It's very doable. We see a lot of teams crumble here. I mean, they were in such a good position to win the map. You have to wonder if the mental is holding up here. But considering they did get the 5-minute time bank down to a minute 24, I'm sure they're not kicking themselves super hard. Looks like for Fallen Angels here, it's going to be basically the same as we saw last round. They're happy playing this Malga Cat Bastion here. I think they like it against the ball for Horizon. They're going to go down, potentially playing what they've been playing the whole series here. The ball, the Bastion, and the Jetpack Cat. Justin on the Tracer, Fire on the Kiri. Let's see what happens here. And all it takes is a minute and 24 off the clock. You take this first fight, you take it really, really slow. Maybe Fallen Angels, they don't take it fast enough, you know. You get a little rush touch on the second fight or something. You can easily draw this one out. They're going to need to extend the series as well.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
We're just gonna have to see what happens here.
Defend objective
I like that neither team is swapping here. You gotta stick to your guns. I like that. No overtime swaps. No BS. Nyanza gonna use the healing perk. Where Swing Wide actually not gonna choose any perk here, I guess. And Boot Chop just gonna force the point early here. Gonna take a ton of damage though. Nyanza in the turret form. Swing Wide gonna opt to take the heal perk as well. And with Nyanza out of the turret form, this Bastion gets to roam free and he's gonna find the early kill onto Nyanza here. Half of the battle done. But Grim Reaper needs to be careful here. Needs to not get traded. Gets the shields just barely. And Swing Wide's gonna find the follow-up onto the Jetpack Cat. These staggers would be really, really big if they can get him here. And it looks like they're gonna look for him. But also need to be careful not to die. Is Martian able to make it out? And suddenly, I think we're getting to last fight territory. 35 seconds remaining. Half the job is done. Swing Wide almost has the Bastion ult as well. You think he's gonna have to be able to build it here, right? Boot Chop probably gonna do a lot of what we saw in the last round, just kind of forcing the point as Nyanza going in with the early form. It's gonna allow for the better form here from Horizon. And Swing Wide gonna look for it here. Nyanza needs to be careful and gonna go down to the Bastion. He gets it barely in time to stay alive here. Boot Chop gonna take so much damage. Catch is already gone. And this Malga, I don't think he has the health left to work with here, but gonna somehow get a ton of it out of nowhere with Benji and Martian gone. I don't think Boot Chop can do enough here. And we're going on to map 5 on the draw here from Horizon. They're able to clutch this one out in OT. Fantastic job from them. And this is the first draw I've ever seen on a FaceIt cast, by the way. Just saying. There have been great opportunities for it. We haven't been able to see it so far. I guess I don't even have to update the score here. I just go back to single cam. I'm going to input the map pool during this, by the way, because I have not inputted the previous maps because I didn't have time. So, going to go ahead and do that real quick. 2-0 map win for Fallen Angels. Give me a second. 2-3 map 2. Wow, Horizon, they clutch out a little 3-2 on Flashpoint. You got to love it, right? And obviously, Blizz Runasapi 1-0 for Fallen Angels. What the fuck? Am I crazy? I am crazy, bro. Li Shang, Suravasa. I don't want to miss the bands. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. Wait, the FaceIt matchroom bugged. Wait. It says the match is over in the FaceIt matchroom, even though they drew map 4. It gave Fallen Angels the win. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm gonna wait for this delay to expire so you guys don't get spoiled by the end of this, but I'm just gonna live update everyone in the chat. It says the series is over, but they drew map 4. I'm not crazy, right? They didn't cap. I'm watching it back. I don't know what's happening. I have no clue what's going on there. I'm sure Fallen Angels, they're happy to take that one, but I'm here to watch a map 4, so I'm gonna wait and hopefully get this corrected here. I've never seen this before. Don't hate on FaceIt. I don't know if this has just never happened or what. Like, surely there's been a draw before, right? I didn't even realize. I was just trying to put the map scores in, and it's just all fucked up for some reason. So, sweet. Guess we're gonna have to sit here and wait for an admin to come and fix that one up. But yeah, sweet little thing we got going on there. Here's the series so far for those of you just joining us. We did just draw Blizzard World, but FaceIt, I guess, does not support draws. Question mark? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not very sure myself. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna grind this one out. obviously I think it is in everyone's best interest that we kind of get this one sorted because we all want a map 4. No one wants to win off like a stupid technicality either, right? Like, what's going on with that? The Lord knows, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens here. Regardless, it's been a really nice series. I mean, Horizon, I don't know. I feel like a lot of teams did kind of count them out. They're putting on a show right now. I mean, they're looking strong. The only other map 5 is this Way Too Thanos game. Hypnos got 3-0'd. I'm sure they put up a valiant fight, though. Those are my boys. Love them. Well, maybe it looks like the fight was, like, valiant at times. So, we'll take that. Love Hypnos. But, yeah, no one knows what's happening. FaceIt, not a clue. We're just going to have to sit here and wait and see. I wonder if anyone's doing this Nomad project. If anyone's doing this Project Nomad Way Too Thanos game, like, let me know. Because, you know, I'd happily watch that one, but obviously not really able to, considering I don't know if there's a co-stream of it or not. So let me know. I'm just gonna type in chat. Fuck it. But yeah, we're just gonna sit here and wait and see what happens. I mean, I assume this is just gonna get rolled back, right? If anyone in the chat knows any updates, like if there's any players here, let me know. This is one of the ones of all time. If this result actually stands, that would be one of the craziest things I've ever streamed. Yes. Chase just messaged me. Sweet. What is happening? Lol. I've never seen this before. Draw glitched the game. Okay, here's the live update for everyone at home. We're playing this manually. I am in a manual custom game. Apparently, the draw fucked up FaceIt. So they're gonna have to play this one out locally, and FaceIt has to input the scores later. Thankfully, my OBS system does not require FaceIt, so I can just add a map in, and it just does that. It's really sweet. So I have support for 6 maps. FaceIt may not, but that's okay. We're gonna be here. Last map is Escort. They're policing it all in the lobby. If you want to see the pass bans, go ahead and open the match room. I've posted the link in chat a few times. Yeah. Hopefully we got a good one here, but we no longer get the privilege of the 1 minute system, so we could literally be sitting here between maps for literal years waiting for this one to happen, I guess. But yeah, we're just gonna roll with the punches, just wait and see what goes on here. Let's go back to single cam because I like single cam way more. But yeah, we're going to map 5. Not the map 5 I think we all thought we were gonna get. You know, more like a 2-2 map 5, but a 2-1 map 5. You know, guess we'll take it. And obviously, the last map type is Escort available, so it's gonna be available for the Cat Bastion here. Oh, that's good. Way Too Thanos are forced to off-roll. Thanks for the updates in chat. I didn't realize this was like a constant issue. I've literally never seen it before, so interesting. Also, it's funny you gave it to the team that was up like 3-1. Imagine we just got sent to map 5 and they were just like, I guess. Let it stand. You figure this is something they'll probably have to cook up a little bit in the off season, the 2-week off season that they have, because you know whatever. Is it even 2 weeks, bro? It's in 12 days. So doesn't the new season start in like the first like single digit days of June, and this should end in like what 12 days? So 5/25. That's interesting. Thanks for the update, Link. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, Link is literally the GOAT. This guy knows more about FaceIt than I do, and I sit here and watch you guys play all day. Like this guy. He's got your Wikipedia pages covered, bro. You gotta give Link some love, bro. Every time I say something about a tiebreaker scenario, he calculates that shit. He's on it, bro. I'm telling you right now. So shout out Link, bro. That's the king. Also thank you, Dawes for letting me know as well. Also Z Panther, good updates on this WT2 game. Kirito is on tank and Chain is on support. Why isn't Kirito just on support? Call me crazy. Maybe they just perform better with Kirito not on support. That's a really unfortunate circumstance. I hope there wasn't any rescheduling shenanigans. I will never ever hope that something like that ever kind of happens like in the middle of a game. Or like people like refuse to reschedule for like an easy win. I'm not saying that it happened. I'm just saying I hope it didn't happen. The Nomad guys, I like them all. They're chill. But we do have our map 5 pick. It's going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar picked by Horizon. They're going to ban away Hazard as well. So protecting the tank here. They want to play this ball and they want to play the Cat Bastion. But Cat Bastion, it's already been banned out by Fallen Angels. So they can't really get rid of it anymore. They're going to decide to get rid of the Kiriko here on this map, so not going to be available for fire. And honestly, if the off-roll shenanigans are true, I don't know if we want to watch that game, bro. It might just be pain and suffering, but yeah, it is what it is. But we're going to be in the LAM. We're going to see what's happening here. I mean, it's basically what you'd expect. It's not like either of these teams kind of hide what they play. I feel like we're playing the two one-trick teams in playoffs. They're just going to duke it out here. Bootchop going to stick it out in the Malga. Grim Reaper, he wants to play the Wrecking Ball, and he's going to get to here on this map. And no time wasted. It's the Cat Bastion here with the Ana. You see this so traditionally. Both teams on Tracer as well. The only difference is the tanks. The Wrecking Ball versus the Malga. And one thing I know about Malga is turbo playable on Watchpoint Gibraltar. I feel like when you're scrimming in like low elo, because I started scrimming when I was plat in Overwatch 1. You get told that like these things that like are just like not playable on other maps. Okay, dude. You get told that things are not playable on other maps. So you can play Brawl on like Watchpoint, but like this is so wrong when you like. I've watched so much FaceIt. Anything's playable on any map at this point, bro. I don't care. It's awesome to see. It's not awesome to see Cat Bastion though. Not a fan, but we're gonna go ahead and get right into this one here. It's this early Cat Bastion here in Nyanza. Hanging on in the skies. It looks like Horizon, they're going to be content just forcing the point here. Grim Reaper needs to be careful. Doesn't want to give up too much HP here on this point press. And now that the card is getting to a more manageable spot, going to start looking for this high ground hit here. Bootchop, about half HP. Will be all right, though. And Grim Reaper just going to roll through here as Fallen Angels, they all go to the point to stop this cart push from Justin. And Martian's going to find the opener here. So Horizon probably have to stay alive here. This card is getting turbo forced by Fallen Angels, but they're able to just kind of stay alive here for Horizon. Now they're able to look for a re-hit as well. Everyone's kind of rotated back onto the high ground. And whoever made that name in chat, you are genuinely a villain, bro. Super villain. Just throwing it out there. You know who you are. But Martian gonna find the early kill into swing wide. Overpleb though does find a trade, so 4v4. Grim Reaper cooking in bottom here, but Overpleb and Justin get antied, trying to stay alive, but Overpleb is going to fall. This Malga Bastion is so good at anchoring in bottom. And Horizon, they're going to need to find some way to break this hold. Fallen Angel's doing a very nice job, not giving any space here. Horizon looks like they just kind of want to work the cart, but Martian and Bootchop, they just drop perfectly fine. Fallen Angels, they've been able to kind of clean up on cart whenever it's been forced as well, so Horizon, they need to find some way to adjust here. Pulse bomb from Martian is going to go wide. Grim Reaper trying to find his way to a mini, but Justin's going to open us off here. Finally an early pick for Horizon, and Justin starting to cook, looking for the Ana, but Bootchop's going to fall, and maybe Horizon, they found a little bit of life right now. Trying to push this one all the way in. Overpleb going to clean up Martian, might end up sealing this point. There is a recontest available for Fallen Angels, though. Don't get me wrong. They're just going to be down a player when they go for it. It looks like they are looking for it here. It's going to be by the skin of their teeth, though. Bootchop going to be able to get there. Nano's available. Wouldn't be surprised if this Malga get it, but it's going to go on to Nyanza as well. This Bastion looking for value, but Horizon, they're playing this slow. The Kite's great. Fire working up to a Nano as well, and we have to imagine Swingbite's going to get this in about 0 seconds. Bootchop, though, knows he has to shut this one down early. The cage out from Bootchop. Doesn't have the turret form though, so not going to get max value here, but Grim Reaper is cleaning up right now. Vinci uses the cat bolt, but like, not going to find much. Grim Reaper finds the kill on a catch, and we're going to continue on here. On map 5. Horizon, they managed to break through this first point hold, and I think the map should be able to get a lot more manageable here. I think the second point is much more playable for the ball than is the Malga, but I feel like I never get to see like second point ever come up, so like I couldn't even tell you, bro. So, I feel like these Malga teams either just like hold first or like they just get rolled. So I can't really speak from too much experience here, but I'm interested to see what Fallen Angels do. And Nyanza taking an early turret torm in the air. Swing wide, going to mirror it here. Looks like Martian gonna be able to stop the card here. Finds the early kill into fire as well. And it looks like Boot Chomp is actually on the card here. Smalga player just playing the objective. Can't say I hate it. I think it is the right play here against this ball team. The swing wide is able to trade catch. Justin able to stay alive. And this ball player of Horizon needs to stay alive here and look for a re-hit. I'm just going to play slow here, waiting for the Ana potentially to be able to carry him up. You can see Ana fire on the high ground here. Carrying up the ball. Boot Chomp taking a lot of damage under right now. The nade's green, by the way. Boot Chomp needs to be careful here. I know this is getting pinged out right now. You can see Justin hunting him down, and Boot Chomp's going to fall. Overpleb also finds Benji and swing wide in the turret form here. Has the Bastion ult forced. Looking for Nyanza, but Nyanza is able to survive here as swing wide. It does eventually clean up the Bastion as well, and massive signs of life from Horizon here. They probably should have had the last map, but they're looking to take this one. Boot Chomp gonna recontest from under here, not close to the cage at all. Martian gonna get the first touch here, but has the recall force pretty early here as Benji up in the air. And Swing needs to find the kill, but Nyanza's gonna find it. Instead, Boot Chomp though has already fallen here. The Captain Overpleb decided to abandon the Bastion here. Trade in the air, and Nyanza able to find trades as well. Justin though is able to find catch. Nyanza has found 3 so far though. It's gonna be the Ana and the Wrecking Ball left. Try and clutch this one out here for Horizon. Wrecking Ball does have the minefield available, and you can see Grim Reaper probably trying to look for it here, but getting forced out pretty hard by the cat. So now, maybe not as playable for Horizon as the respawns are in from Fallen Angels as well, and Grim Reaper is just getting pinged out. Oh my god. Falls, and Fallen Angels have an opportunity to hold on second point here. 1:15 remaining. Horizon, lots of ults in the tank, and only the cat ult and the Bastion ult for Fallen Angels in turn here. So you have to think Horizon have a pretty big advantage here, especially with this Nano Bastion coming up here. You can see Swing waiting for it here. Boot Chomp's crunch is going to go wide, just kind of forcing out the ball early here. But here's the Nano. They're looking pretty heavy onto the backline here. Looks like Cole's like flipped a point here and just kill whoever's on it. And it's going to be Boot Chomp. Goodbye, son. Going to fall here. And now the touches would be pretty difficult for Fallen Angels here. Martian looking for this follow-up on the Bastion here, but gonna go down, and the Payload's just gonna get walked in here. I don't think anyone from Fallen Angels was aware they needed to step on that. Nomad wins. Oh, shoot. So first upset of the tourney, if you can call it an upset. Full respect to Nomad. Play the game as it's given to you, but that's a depleted way to Thanos team, so can't read too much into it, but you know, you gotta win the games that you're kind of handed here. Does not matter. And wait to Thanos, they gotta pull off a lower bracket run now, so all the credit to Project Nomad for getting that one over the line. But yeah, so looking at this one here, we got the Gigabanger on right now, I guess. Horizon, they're gonna get to play a third point here off the really nice NATO Bastion turn in the last fight. Really nice calls as well, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Grim Reaper looking for a hit here. Cash needs to be careful. Sleep Guard's forced, but Boot Chomp wants to peel this ball, and Grim Reaper needs to find some way to live here. Gonna go back to the cart. Nyanza uses the Bastion ult here, but Martian's going to fall early. Swing, looking for Nyanza in turn. Both DPS are gone for Fallen Angels, and this cart is basically in one fight territory here as Benji looking for a trade, isn't able to find it. And Swing on the high ground here. Starting to prowl. Boot Chomp using the cage. Finds Grim Reaper, and the ball is going to fall. Catches 1 HP though. I don't know if this is getting called out or not, but Swing wide is going to find the kill. Does fall though, and I think Fallen Angels are going to be able to hold on here, even with Boot Chomp and Nyanza dying.
60 seconds.
Nolbank Wise Fire has another Nano. Catch has his own to work with. Benji, the cat ult as well. Martian cooking up a pulse bomb. Verplip has his though. It's gonna be Mirror Cat ults. Grim Reaper also working towards the mines here. You see Martian looking for the sit onto the Ana here, waiting for his Malga potentially, but Grim Reaper sniffing this one out here. We come back. He'll press the Ana from the free fight setup from the Tracer. Force Martian out before this fight takes place. These Bastions are fighting in the air right now. And Swing Wide's gonna get the first Nano here. Nyanza gonna get the Nano in turn, and now Benji gonna be the target of Swing and going to go down here. Overpleb doing a nice job staying alive, but Grim Reaper gets traded. So Horizon, lots of work left to do as the Bastion turret is out, but the kills are being found. Nyanza doing a phenomenal job from the road ground here cooking. And it's only the Cat Bastion left as Overpleb trying to stay alive here. Probably has to be the touch as well. Swing Wide is going to get pulse bombed. Overpleb using the Cat ult to no avail here. Grim Reaper is back with the mines, but too little too late here. Boot Chomp does get pulsed. Horizon, they're trying to make this winnable, but Martian and Boot Chomp and co aren't going to let this one happen. It's just the ball left. doing a nice job stalling here with so little HP to go. Cat Bastion barely back in time, and Boochop going directly onto Swing here. They're going to find the kill. It's just the cat left. Goes down. Fallen Angels, they're going to hold on third point here.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
You have to wonder if there's going to be an adjustment from Horizon. I mean, honestly, it was a really, really solid push. Like, all things considered, right? Like, honestly, I would argue it was a good push. Like, you know, you don't have to full cap for it to be successful, but obviously not guaranteed any overtime here, so. We're just going to have to see kind of what happens here. This guy Bastion mid may have been, like, very much what Fallen Angels did not want to see here. I feel like the matchup was very, very hard for them to kind of play what they played before it kind of got popular on, right? Like, the Genji, the Tracer, obviously Nyanza kind of coming in to play the hit scan when available, stuff like that. They've really started, it seems they're really kind of struggling in the current meta here. And we're just going to see if they can kind of adjust here. They still have lots of opportunity, though, to win this map out. Do not get me wrong. Obviously, very, very winnable. Horizon, they got it barely to the end, but lots of cushion room to work with here in Boochop. You have to imagine he's going on to Malga here. I would kind of find it hard to believe he does anything else on that, even though he's hovering it in spawn. And it's going to be basically exactly what we saw last round. With Kiryu gone, I think you have to play the Ana here. You don't really have a choice. Benji locking onto the cat here, clocking in for another shift on the cat Bastion. We'll have to see if Horizon can hang on here on the defense.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
Swing gonna get kind of scattered out pretty early here. This cat Bastion just hovering on the statue. On watch point. Boochop. Gonna start forcing the point here. Grim Reaper gonna have to find some way to match. You can see just kind of stalling little bits at a time. Trying to slow this push from the Malga as little as possible. Nyanza slowly working to get set up as Boochop is able to push the point. But Grim Reaper needs to be careful. You're gonna take a lot of damage, but the E is out. Nyanza gonna get pulled into under here as well. All of Fallen Angels are kind of stuck down here except for Catch, who's stuck in the room. You have to wonder if they know this he's here or not. Nyanza gets antied, and looks like mostly everyone's kind of out of this for Fallen Angels. It's just Martian pushing the cart, but Benji's gonna fall as the cat gets really, really low. Nyanza gonna be next to go to swing wide. Grim Reaper is traded, but the cart is finally stopped. Martian gonna duel on it versus the Tracer. Boochop going to join him as well, but gets anti. Needs to be careful here. You're gonna give time for Grim Reaper to respawn, but Boochop gonna be smart, gonna take the high ground here while the ball isn't available. Potentially push him off of it here, but gonna get forced off by the Bastion of Swing God. Swing wide. He's looking once again for another turn. Goodbye, Benji. Nyanza next to go. The cat Bastion div. I will say, Overplayed and Swing wide, they're playing this mad well. I'm not going to lie. But the kills are here. Justin gonna die to his own pulse bomb, and Boochop really, really low. Gonna be able to grab the Mega. So very much life. 4 Fallen Angels, so they want to try and win this, but Boochop, no HP to work with. Just kind of has to get out here. But Nyanza gonna find 2 in the middle of this. Sorry, I tapped out for 1 second. I thought I had a second, but Nyanza just gonna find 2 kills. And this should propel Fallen Angels to a first point cap here. 4 minutes 30 seconds to work with on second. Zimmerpleb able to find Benji in the chaos. So maybe a little bit of a close fight coming in here for Horizon now that they've found an early kill. Grim Reaper on the high ground. Trying to make something happen in Swing. Going in with the turret form of his own here, but needs to be careful. Has the Bastion ult force, and he's going to throw all of this onto the Malga, it looks like. Boochop. He takes some pretty heavy damage. Gets naded as well. So Malga can potentially die, but going to be able to get out. But Justin finds the kill into Martian anyway. So Horizon, once again, going to find a pretty clean fight win here with this pick. I think with everyone kind of out of the fight, it's going to be hard for Fallen Angels to work back into this. Boochop, though, is looking for it. Lots of bullets in the bank. They have everything but the pulse bomb. Basically same thing for Horizon, though, as Boochop going to touch the point, get antied. Falls really low, but going to get the nano in return. Swingwad gets it in his own, though, and once again, the cat Bastion diff coming out in the air. Benji and Nyanza fall. Boochop got the nano this fight, but not able to find any kills with it. Just going to find cart progress, and Fallen Angels, they're going to gut this cart forward literally like 20 meters at a time, it feels like. But meter progress is meter progress, and eventually Horizon, they're going to have to conform to this fight on the cart. Big ults last fight from Fallen Angels as well. Cage used, Nano used, they only have the Cat ult and the Bastion ult here, whereas Grim Reaper has the Mines available, Cat Bastion ult, and Pulse Bomb available for the rest of Horizon. Justin fighting on the cart against Martian here. Bootchop though is here to help the Tracer out, and Justin's going to fall early. Grim Reaper though does a nice job finding a trade onto Catch, but Fallen Angels, they're probably just going to start forcing the cart, as we've seen them do many a time. Smalga, obviously very efficient at it. Bootchop going to dodge as much of these Bastion Mines as possible, and Fire needs to be careful. Going to fall pretty early here. Justin should be back soon with the Pulse Bomb. Going to stick it onto the Malga. Grim Reaper going to find the kill with Overpleb's Cat ult into the Mines here, but Ninja going to use the Cat ult of his own here. Try and find potentially Grim Reaper, but this ball player is able to stay alive for now and continue to touch the cart. Does get pulsed by Martian though, but Overpleb's back, finds a kill, touches on here. Looks like Justin going to be the touch for Horizon, but Swing's going to die. Grim Reaper really low, is able to finally get carried as Justin finds a kill into Martian. Bootchop is back though, this fight quickly turning chaotic. Horizon have to be careful they don't see 9 here, especially with Overpleb falling in. Grim Reaper, no cooldowns available. Bootchop back. Just going to continue to force this objective. Fire is here on the Moira, finds Nyanza, but I don't think there's enough in the tank here for Horizon. They're finding kills, but with this Malga alive, I don't think it's going to be possible. And Bootchop going to clean this all up. 3 kills for the Malga. And we're going to make it to 3rd point here for Fallen Angels. 3 minutes to work with. And lots of ults in the bank. Remember, forced out kind of early here. Cart gonna continue to get pushed, and they're perfectly happy just slopping this cart out, dude. Just push it until they make us stop kind of mentality, bro. Mess with it heavy. Bootchop gonna try and clear this Tracer. Justin needs to be careful. Able to survive for a second. This Catch gonna get pinged out in the back line here. Niana is going to fall. Nyanza gonna get pulsed as well. Kill not yet found though for Horizon. Nyanza does eventually fall, but Justin needs pretty big care here. And gonna fall to Martian. Nice trade from the Tracer player. But the damage is already done, and it looks like Horizon, they're gonna hold out for a team fight here. Basically kind of have to wait for the Bastion. We're Fallen Ninja just kind of take this. But looks like they're just gonna look for it. They have 5 ults available. Fire really needs to work to this Nano pretty quickly here. Grim Reaper gonna just kind of touch the cart here. Prevent any cart push, but the Nano Cage is out, and Grim Reaper is just going to melt through it. Benji is gone, though. And someone has to touch the cart here. Justin, they kept his recall force, and the kills are being found, but still, it's going to need to be someone who touches. Look, it's going to be Overpleb with this Cat. No one knows how much he has left in the tank. Swing wide, going to be able to touch it for a second, as Grim Reaper should be back pretty soon. But boop off the cart! And you can see the panic here for Horizon as they continue to try to find touches. Catch going to get slept out of this. And goes down. Bootchop pulled off the map by Overpleb, but Nyanza going to be able to trade fire, but no Malga available now. And it looks like Fallen Angels, they're just going to be forced to get out of this, and they dropped the entire bank on that. All 5 ults were used. Everything was used for Horizon as well, but Justin going to start working towards another pulse bomb. Martian going to have one as well. And a minute 19 left to work with here. Horizon barely holding on to this. The objective once again kind of getting forced here. Swing wide in the air, in the Bastion form, looking for kills. This Bootchop gonna go really, really low. Forcing out this ball, and Grim Reaper needs to be careful here, needs to stay alive. Don't want to feed too much ult charge as well. This Catch quickly working to a Nano here, which could be the end-all be-all of this next team fight, considering the ult economy of Horizon coming up. But Nyanza's gonna go really low. And our Bastion gets dropped. Wait, big mistake here from Horizon. His swing wide about to go down, but Bootchop's dead! And everyone from Horizon is really low. It looks like Fallen Angels, they're in full get out mode. They've successfully built up to a Nano, but they're gonna give time for Horizon to potentially catch up here. Bootchop trying to work towards this Cage as well, but Fire quickly working towards a Nano. Grim Reaper coming up on the Mines. And you can see Horizon consciously trying to build these ults. Every little percentage counts here. But Justin's gonna get crushed. Oh my god, Bootchop, massive play from the Malga player. And now this Nano onto Nyanza. Be very, very impactful. Potentially finding swing wide, but he finds the trade onto Catch. Fire, though, still has a lot of work left to do to get this Nano available. And swing wide taking so much damage here as Grim Reaper falls. And Fire trying to work up to the Nano, but Bootchop goes down. Swing wide gets the Nano, and maybe Horizon, they're gonna do it here on the end. Martian, so much left to do here, but the Cat ult's out. It's gonna find the Tracer, and at the Horizon, they're gonna send it to 6. Martian, though, is alive. Catch goes down, and Horizon, they're gonna hold out. We're going to map 6. Oh my god! First map 6 ever on stream, by the way. Oh my god, all the credit to Horizon. What a map of Overwatch, bro. Crazy holdout on third point. And we're gonna get the ever-coveted map 6 on Overwatch. Holy cow. And oh man, what a series we are watching right now. This is a treat. We don't see this every day. I'm going to make a tweet for this one. This is a map 6. I'm just getting pinged in my Twitter replies right now. Horizon vs. Fallen Angels map 6 live now. Horizon search for the upset. Twitch link, shameless plug on my own Twitter. But what a series we're watching here. I'm not going to lie with you. We're in the lobby, so I'll just get to read the bans. I'm sure that both teams are going to take their sweet time planning this out. All the marbles on this first playoff game, so. Just going to have to see what's going on. I'm going to announce in the Discord as well, because I can. And no one's typed in the match chat yet. Looks like some game restarts are coming in for Fallen Angels. And now I'm curious, like no one like C9 or anything, right? I'm just now I'm like tripping out. Like we actually have a map 6, right? I didn't just ping my entire server for nothing. Like Horizon didn't get off the card or anything. I'm watching it. Yeah, they didn't get off the cart. So just 2 people from Fallen Angels just restarting game and lobby. I always get kind of tripped up when like that happens. I mean, we're mainly hosting this one, so I'm so happy. I'm watching this chat blow up, bro. Holy cow. It's a great day to be an expert Overwatch enjoyer, man. And I'm gonna rant. That should be correct. Catch. I'm just going to let someone else handle that. I'm just a caster. Oh, shoot. My bad. L commentary? Fuck you, Anna Coffee. Oh. Anyways. Banning that account. I know who that is. My bad on the spoiler in Discord, though. Bunkachenko. I got really excited, okay? You can't judge me. But no, we have been streaming Expert Overwatch all season, bro. I can't believe we're here. This is literally, this is the greatest reward ever. Not that I need a reward to stream Expert or anything. I love streaming Expert. My favorite thing, like, of all time. Masters is fun, but there's something special about Expert. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you for the Prime sub, brother. Appreciate you. That's an IRL right there, so I don't have to, like, super sell out to thank him. I'll see him IRL. He's just going to... I'm just going to buy beer this weekend. It's going to be counted as even with the Prime sub. Don't even worry. But yeah, we're going to map 6, dude. We're never going to map 6. This is for first round of playoffs. Obviously, Horizon, they barely snuck in. They're the 15 seed. Fallen Angels, they are the 2 seed for those of you just now joining us. So let's take a look and see what happens. We're taking a lot of time, and the map 6 pick is in. And Fallen Angels, they want to go to Atlas to decide all the marbles here. I'll be honest, nothing quite like a map 6 Flashpoint. I love Flashpoint map 5s. I can only imagine what a 6th would look like. And ball is taken away here, so Grim Reaper, enjoy yourself off the ball. Horizon, their best tank is taken off the board. They're going to have to battle adversity here on the 6th map to find some way to get back into this. And Chochi, fuck you. Shout out G-Fighter. Okay, G-Fighter, okay, I see you in the Discord because you posted the picture. You watching from your monitor in your bed with your girlfriend, bro. The screen POV is so far away. Holy cow. Hype train incoming, what the hell? No, yeah, we're here, bro. We're here. We're locked in. Buzz, thank you for the Prime sub, brother. That's dope, dude. If you guys do not check out Buzz on... Okay, this is my first season streaming FaceIt, so I've been integrating, but Buzz actually makes some really good YouTube content, like really good. And he's like not like one of those sellout like educational YouTubers. He's like, he's obviously a manager for those of you who know who he is. So definitely check out his stuff. I'm gonna link it in the chat. He is so good at what he does. He makes great videos. His thumbnails are great, even though I think I saw someone made one of those on Twitter, but like obviously, yeah, you're gone, Matt, you're gone. Yeah, but check out Buzz, dude. He does really great stuff. So shout out Buzz. He's awesome, dude. And Super Pizza, dude, thank you for the sub, bro. Holy cow. Somehow we got like a hype train, bro. I don't even know. Support's awesome. Thank you guys so much. We're rocking in here. We're having a great time. Hope you guys are enjoying the cast. We're on the back-to-back. Almost didn't do this game, by the way. I was almost like, is it worth it? Definitely worth it. Everyone needs to get in here. Everyone needs to watch this. We are literally here. So, let's just see what happens here. Unban me, you prick. I'm not unbanning you. Fuck you, bro. Fine, I'll unban you just because I think your account name is funny, Matt. You spelled the name wrong, by the way, just saying. Yeah, but thank you so much for the sub, Super Pizza. You are the king. Great win today. I already saw it. We kind of all expected it, though. But yeah, here we are. We're on the last map here. We're going to be going into it. I've been slacking talking to chat, but the picks are in. Fallen Angels, they're getting rid of Wrecking Ball. And it looks like for Horizon, it's going to be the Kiriko ban. They talked this one over, man. They cooked this one up. So, you got to respect it here. It's going to be Kiri banned. 2 maps in a row, by the way. Just throwing it out there. And we're getting into the 5th map here. Atlas Map 5. What more could you want? And the comps are chosen. Grim Reaper going over to the Orisa. And Bootchop obviously going to thug this out on the Malga. And here we go. Let's take a look at what we want to watch. Looks like it's going to be the Cat Bastion once again from Horizon. I feel like it's not something you see too often on this map just because it's kind of super enclosed, especially on first point. So I'm curious to see how they do decide to play this here. Obviously, can't be very good. This comp is brutal. So just going to have to see what happens here. You can see they need to be patient here for Horizon. This Malga, I mean, very strong on Atlas, and it's going to be the early crunch from Bootchop, looking for this Bastion and going to find the kill. Martian is traded, though, but with Fire going down, it's going to be a 4v3 in Fallen Angel's favor. Grim Reaper really low, going to fall as well, and it's going to be a clean first fight here for Fallen Angels. This should be their strongest point in theory, I think, right? Like, I'm running through all the points on my map in my head. I'm like, this is the one that has, like, literally straight enclosure, so I feel like it should be the hard one. Horizon could just be playing for the perks. Don't want to have to reset the ult charge at some point, so gonna have to take a look and see what happens here, but big start for Fallen Angels here. They don't want to let this one slip. And Bootchop once again going really aggressive here, looking for the crunch. Tons of damage done, and Catch gonna find the follow-up on a fire. Grim Reaper, though, is able to trade Catch, but not before Swing Wide goes down. 4v3 once again in Fallen Angels' favor, but the trade from the Hazard is good. Just gonna have to try and get out from bottom here and stay alive, but Bootchop, looking for the kill, is able to find it in the afterlife. It's gonna be Benji and Kree left on the point here to battle the Jetpack Cat and the Tracer of Horizon. And Kree gonna find the kill onto Justin here. Should does ice this one for Fallen Angels. This Genji player is lethal, by the way. Absolutely lethal on this character. Only comes in for the specialty, but man, is he good at it. And Fallen Angels looking pretty dominant to start us off here. Fire once again just gonna go down. You have to think maybe this Kiriband is potentially biting Horizon in the ass. They get the flip, but Justin's pulse bomb's gonna need to be big. Kree is traded here. Justin is good for one touch, but doesn't have the recall available, so gonna go down. There's just so much chaos happening. Looks like this Malga comp, at the end of the day, is gonna be enough. I mean, I feel like this is the worst point for Cat Bastion. I'm not tripping, right? Fire gonna go down. Swing found as well, and Fallen Angels steamroll through the first point here to go up 1-0 on map 6.
Next flashpoint
see Kree locking it down. The swap up the POV. Like, Genji is not AFK. And honestly, this team is one of the only teams that like can execute the Tracer Genji at such a high level, bro. I mean, this Fallen Angels team is so good. So many great players on it. They're showing it here. 5 ults in the bank. Justin threw the pulse bomb into the last fight. There's going to be 4 available for Horizon here, and you see Grim Reaper needs to be careful here. Boot Chop's in. He's going to get antied. Needs to be careful here, and it's going to be the trade found. Kree, I mean, uses the blade. Finds the kill onto Fire. So trade found here, but with the tank gone, I think this is an advantage for Horizon, and big ultimate used for Fallen Angels as well, but Vinci going to commit with the rally, and Grim Reaper going to fall. The Cat, though, going to find the trade, and Overpleb is balling on Cat this match, by the way. Just saying. Martian trade swing wide, but Cat's going down. Going to be bad news for Horizon, for Fallen Angels, but Bootchop's going to find the kill into Justin, but does go down after using the cage here. Martian trades the jetpack at, though, so still not out of the woods here, and the pulse bomb's out. It's going to find the Ana somehow, but this should hopefully wrap this up. But no, Kree's back, and he wants to contest. And the hazard ult's out, but it misses the Genji. And finally, maybe Horizon are going to get this first point cap here. A swing is in the Bastion form, and nukes Benji. Gets traded by Kree, though. This fight is just chaos here. The put is finally found here for Horizon. Grim Reaper, very, very low. Bootchop finds a trade, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Just trying to get out. Recall force from Justin, and it's going to be the early cap. Finally going in favor of Horizon after what feels like a 5-minute long fight. Bootchop is like starting to force the point once again here. Drops really, really low though, and ult's available. Catch gonna throw the Ray into this. Justin needs a ton of damage, has the recall force. And the nade is so beautiful from Fire here. Finds all of the backline, and the kills are starting to get found here for Horizon. Grim Reaper looking for the kill on the Benji, but this hazard dropping low, and Martian finds the trade. Benji able to stay alive as well, but the point still in Horizon's favor. And Benji eventually has to come out of hiding here from under. Justin, though, does get forced pretty hard, but Catch is going to fall. And Fire doing so much from this high ground here. And the Overpleb uses the cattle, but doesn't find anything, and it's going to allow Fallen Angels to get this flip. They're going to be in a position to potentially turn this around. Horizon, they have ults in the bank. They have the hazard ult. They have the nano. Martian has the pulse bomb, and Benji the rally as well. Kree coming up onto the blade too, so. Have to see what happens. Point starting to get forced. Martian starts to wrap, and pulse bomb out, but doesn't find anything. And Swing's going to get the nano here. Needs trades bad. Looking for this brig. It's going to be the rally being used to keep Benji alive here, but so much damage being done by this Bastion. Gonna use the ult, just trying to clean up some part of this fight, but not gonna find anything as Kree finds Justin in the chaos of this. Bootchop able to finish off Overpleb as well, and Horizon, it looks like such a good start off to this point, but looks like they're gonna have to give this one up. I mean, Fire the only one left. Justin, a late respawn, but I don't know if he has a touch, and Fallen Angels, they're gonna flip this one all the way around from 99 down to a full cap. They're going to go up 2-0 here on map 6. Grim Reaper going to go over to the Winston. Kree has the blade available. Bootchop the cage as well. You cannot think that Grim Reaper is going to live for very long in this next fight, right? Horizon, they've expended the ult bank here. Still lots available, and Bootchop looking for the slam and going to cage the Winston here. Grim Reaper going to try and survive, but does just go down. This cage too powerful, especially with no ults available to counteract the effects of the cage. And Martian and the rest of Fallen Angels going to start this early point cap here on the 3rd point. Grim Reaper going back over to the hazard. Likes the matchup more against the Melgan. I can't say I disagree, but Kree has the blade. Catch quickly working up towards the Juno ult. This blade could be pretty catastrophic here for Horizon if Kree's able to connect onto the back line. And Justin going down to Martian is not going to help the case here. Big kill found early from the Tracer. Fire finds a nice sleep onto the Malga. Bootchop gonna go really low here, goes down. The trades are already found as Grim Reaper also dies as well. And once again, Horizon find a kill, but not going to be able to get onto the point here. Better trades for Fallen Angels, and suddenly this is going to get to last fight territory for the entire map. Catch has this Ray. Looks like they kind of want to go with it here, using the speed ring. It's going to be swing wide. Using the Bastion ult here, and Krieg going to blow up the Ana immediately, but Overpleb going to trade the Genji. Really nice job by the jetpack cap, but the trades are already here. Catch still has the Ray in the back pocket, and this is going to end this one, I think, as Martian just cleaning up on the back line. It's just Justin left, touching the point, and with the Ray available, I think this is going to end Horizon's dreams of an upset in round one here. Justin has so much left to do. One last touch, but not going to be enough as the rest of Horizon trying to get back in time. Fire gets one touch. Overpleb going to have a third one here, but just going to fall as Swing Wide dies. It's just Grim Reaper left, trying to make it to the point and won't make it. And Fallen Angels, they're going to clean up here on map 6 and win a gutter ball of a series. Holy cow. That was slopped out, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like once that flashpoint pick kind of came in at the end, we knew it was gonna be an uphill battle for Horizon. They didn't have the ban available, right? Just a kind of like a tough showing. Grim Reaper is not a Devo player as far as I'm aware. Z4, so just throwing that out there. He's a ball OTP, at least from what I told. I don't know if he's actually a ball OTP, but he played really well today. I'm not gonna lie. The ball ban obviously was a big factor here. That's something that Horizon, they're probably gonna struggle with all playoffs, but they looked damn good today. I'm not going to lie. Like, let's not. Like, they may have lost on the 6th map, but let's not act like it didn't go to 6 here. I mean, Horizon, they put up a very valiant effort here. Like, this was a really good series to watch. I'm happy we got to come in the last little bit there. Got the last, like, 3 maps of it, I think. So, really nice. This is how the entire series went, by the way. We got that Blizzard World draw for those of you just joining us. And with Horizon winning the 5th map, it allowed us to get that map 6 that we've all been searching for. And Fallen Angels, they may have dropped 2, almost 3 maps this series, but they're able to ice it at the end of the day, and sometimes that's all that matters. That's what separates a good team from a great team. They do a very nice job of closing the series out. So all props to them. Fallen Angels, great job. But we all know this. I've done it a trillion times. There can only be one MVP. And in this series, I think it's definitely a tough call. But I think we're going to see a lot more of Fallen Angels, and it was really close close for me at least between Martian and Bootshop. And I'm going to go with Martian. I mean, obviously the chat, big Martian fans, so you gotta support, you gotta rep the boy. Plus he had a monster series. I think he and Bootshop had a very comparable series, at least for the 3 maps that we got to watch. So both of them, in my opinion, like, did a very good job this series. But I'm going to go with Martian just this one because I'm sure we're going to see more Fallen Angels. For those of you who have not seen my bracket spread on Twitter, it is out there, and Fallen Angels may or may not be winning the entire thing. So I'm banking that we're going to see more of them. So Martian's going to win my MVP today. Fantastic job to Martian. 2 MVPs today. Gritty-ass series. And we got 2 good ones on stream, so I'm happy for that. Besides that, I hope everyone enjoyed the cast, dude. We got a lot of viewers in here. I mean, this might be the first map 6 of the season, bro. I'm not gonna lie. At least in NA. Obviously, people were talking about EMEA earlier, so can't really speak on that one. But Jesus, what a series! I mean, this is awesome to cast. Very happy that we got to cast it. And I'm happy that everyone tuned in, and I hope everyone enjoyed the cast and the stream. We're hitting expert. We're hitting all of playoffs hard, and no one's been streaming expert this season, bro. But we're here. We're supporting. I love streaming expert. Everyone here knows, bro. I love doing this. I love all the teams. I love streaming them all. Happy we got Horizon on stream for the first time, and it was a banger, you know. So really happy with how the series went. Really happy that everyone came to show out to support all their favorite players. Saw love to both teams in the chats. So you gotta love that. And great job to Fallen Angels for able to close that one out. But real wrap up here. Really great 2 series we got to watch. Obviously, really dominant win in the first one by Cafe Siena. Really looking for him. And Fallen Angels going to continue their little win streak here and finding a big win to continue on to in the upper bracket. Horizon, they're going to get sent to the lower bracket, but obviously they look very strong. And I got clowned a little bit For in my bracket spread, I had Horizon beating Velocity, and I got clowned for it. I know one of you Velocity players said it was rage bait. But you gotta respect this team, dude. I've smelled a little something in the water. I didn't think they could do it here. I thought they could do it in the next one. So if any Velocity people are in chat, lock it in, guys. You can't sleep for this match. It's gonna be a gut. It's gonna be a gut out. It's gonna take everything you got to win it, bro. These teams are very, very good. So lock in and prove me wrong. That's all I got. Besides that, seriously, thanks everyone for all the support. We had like 80 viewers or something, like something ridiculous. So it means so much that everyone comes out and supports me. I hope the casts are good. We only got like 12 days left of playoffs. We're gonna make every one of them count, getting in all the streams we can. So yeah. Besides that, join the Discord. Yeah, I post a lot in the Discord about anything. Exclamation mark Discord and chat. If you just want to stay tuned and talk all things like FaceIt League, I talk a lot. So. Yeah, go ahead and join in there. Follow me on Twitter if you just want match updates, what matches I'm streaming. I post before every single match what I'm doing. I also try to do post games for the most part, especially if I have like a clip in mind I want to use. So definitely stay locked in with that. But besides that, I don't have very much else to say. Really awesome stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'm going to be here for the next day of playoffs. Hopefully we get a game rescheduled tomorrow, but if not, we'll be here on Friday. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.